아니 대체 어디에 있어? 나 안 보여. 아 정말. 위에 있어? 나와. 라이플. 예.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
날려가라.
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
내 거리. 너 없지? 이쪽 맞니? 밑에 있어. 대체 어디에 있어?
Did you find Grey Wolf? Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
누가 쏘는 거야? 나 안 보여. 이 지독한 놈들아, 그만 좀 튀어나와라고. Good.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you
뭐
went in
하니?
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
이쪽? 아 이쪽. 하. 그렇군. 또 있군. 끝났군.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the wall.
쫓아. 선물이야. 잘로 가라. 나와 빨리. 아 죽었어? 잘 죽었어. 오 슈루탄. 오 레인저.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
라이플. 나와. 예. 레벨업. 한탄 안 써. 한약으로 일로드.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
한.
To be honest,
까불고
I
있어.
was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
허. 쿵. 한. 끝. 싹수리. 잘 가시오. 와우. 딱총 짱인데? 딱총이야 딱총. 역시 업글이야 업글. 업글이 짱이야.
How come you know so much about engines?
딱총
A
막
few years back,
업글이야.
I was married to two Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the cave of death.
여기에 느낌이 안 좋은데. 짝건?
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
예?
As his story
여긴 또
unfolded in
어디야?
my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it
딱통이야?
consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no
우와, 열나
rainbow
좋은데.
if the eye had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom
이야,
poisons
이거
your
완전
heart,
짠데.
and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
레베로.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
릴로드. 이야, 역시 업글이야. 업글이 짱이야. 돌아버리겠구요. 또 있지? 잘 가라.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a
와요,
miracle.
와요, 와요.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going
Jump.
required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache
Doctor.
warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
싹쓸이.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
릴로링. 딱총을 풀업그리에. 딱총. 빅 슈터. 아, 필요 없어. 아, 업그리 끝이야? 오. 들어. 달려가라.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
쿵. 쿵.
Well, son, there had to be at least 100
아, 싹쓸이.
Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
별로 걸어. 릴로드. 근접이야? 바보야? 뒤에 있지? 바보 같은 놈들. 총총총. 우샤. 끝났지? 와 정말 많구만. 100명 나오는 거야? 아니겠지? 릴로드. 돌겠구. 너무 빡셔.
And
그만
in
나와.
the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
무슨 말도 안 되는.
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
하이크.
Never did find him. Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand. Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did. It was early morning. One of my friends was
Wow.
a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two
Reloaded,
banks on the same damn street.
릴로드 빨리 해.
Story was Bob Dalton's
깍대지.
girl was always writing him about how he had
우리
no
편이야.
ambition. Oh, you're
아,
nobody next
모르겠다,
to
이거.
Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off.
got us a hero.
Before they could get away, half the town took up arms
싹쓸이.
to defend their property.
싹쓸이.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready.
왜 자꾸 그러는 거야?
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights.
와우, 잘
Among
쏜다.
them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait till some bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were
싹쓸이.
far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
I'm gonna kill you dead.
잡자.
He went in there
야,
alone
열나
to
잘 쏴.
confront those criminals.
레벨업을. 이걸로. 오.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you
아래쪽으로.
going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
에?
Then he figured
위쪽으로.
out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
또 어디야? 지붕.
From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there.
올라왔지.
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
점프. 우리 편이지. 어느 쪽? 아하.
We've got company.
빵. 붕. 붕붕붕. 그 릴로드.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
정말 썩소리.
Like Jim Bowie, Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Greaves? Son of a bitch!
뭐 하는 거야? 예. 바보 같은 자식들. 날로 가라.
Over there!
열어. 하. 아이씨. 휙. 뭐야 이 자식. 이쪽 맞아? 아니야.
That's Silas Greaves!
파. 쿵. 쿵파.
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
붕붕붕붕붕붕붕. 끝. 짝소리.
His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon.
잡자.
The Daltons blew up a safe.
이게
We're
벌써
all
몇
set to
번째.
hightail it out of there. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same
야,
town
선물이야.
where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
못 막지.
Oh, so you're hiding too now.
돌아버리겠군. 끝. 로딩. 어디야? 어디 있어? 하. 후.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs,
짝수리.
tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was,
저기야?
they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off,
이쪽이었어.
I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons.
정신이
They were
없군.
shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families
Apo.
have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths. pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old
Double
feuds
kick.
in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
안 바꿔. 일로 오래. 열거라. 끝났지?
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer,
와요.
but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plan me, just in case that
길을
trap of theirs
모르겠다.
didn't work. It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
이것도 왜 그래? 정말
He
샷건이야
was
이거.
determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a
어우
long
정말
fight.
더럽게 안 죽네. 얘가 죽겠다. 엄마 쉬운데? 왜 이렇게 안 죽어? 이 쇳덩거리에.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.